Operation Halyard. The greatest rescue mission you've never heard of. Summer 1944. Occupied Serbia. Deep behind enemy lines, hundreds of American airmen are scattered across the mountains. Shot down over the Balkans, hunted by the Germans, miles from safety. What happened next became the largest rescue of American airmen in history. A mission so secret, it remained classified for over 50 years. This is the story of Operation Halyard. The mission, 020 to 110. The Americans were bombing Nazi oil refineries in Ploiești, Romania. Critical targets, dangerous missions. One by one, B-17 and B-24 bombers were getting hit. Damaged planes limping back toward Italy, crews bailing out over Yugoslavia. Some fell into German hands, others landed in territory controlled by Serbian guerrillas called the Chetniks, led by General Draža Mihailović. These weren't trained soldiers anymore. These were farmers, villagers, simple people with nothing to gain and everything to lose. And they did something extraordinary. They hid the Americans. They shared their meager food, stale bread, and goat's milk. Serbian women treated the wounded in makeshift hospitals. Families risked execution by the Nazis just to keep these strangers alive. By July 1944, over 500 Allied airmen were scattered across the Serbian mountains, waiting for a miracle. The plan: 110 to 200. Back in Italy, word reached the Office of Strategic Services, the OSS, America's intelligence agency, and the forerunner to the CIA. A letter changed everything. Mirjana Vujnović, working at the Yugoslav embassy in Washington, learned Serbian guerrillas were sheltering Allied airmen. She wrote to her husband George, an OSS officer in Italy. "There are hundreds. Can you do something for them?" The British didn't want the Americans anywhere near Mihailović. They supported Tito's communist partisans and considered the Chetniks politically inconvenient. They tried to block the mission. OSS Chief General William Wild Bill Donovan went straight to President Franklin Roosevelt. His pitch was simple. "Screw the British. Let's get our boys out." Roosevelt approved. Operation Halyard was born. The plan was audacious. Drop a 3-man OSS team into Nazi-occupied Serbia, link up with the Chetniks, build a secret airstrip, and fly C-47 cargo planes directly into enemy territory to evacuate the airmen. Everything could go wrong. The team, 2 to 2:30. On the night of August 2nd, 1944, a lone American aircraft flew over Pranjani, near Mihailović's headquarters. 3 men jumped. Lieutenant George Musulin, the team leader. He'd served with Mihailović before and believed in him. Master Sergeant Mike Rajacic, second in command. And radio operator Arthur Jibilian, whose transmissions would be the lifeline connecting Serbia to Italy. Musulin landed on a chicken coop, scattering birds into the night. Rajacic got stuck in a tree. Jibilian hit a cornfield. They were in. The airstrip, 2:30 to 3:15. The problem was simple but massive. They needed a landing strip capable of handling C-47 transport planes. In the middle of a forest, in occupied territory, without the Germans noticing, Serbian peasants went to work. With hand tools, oxen, and sheer determination, they carved an airstrip out of Galovića Polja, a field near Pranjani. They chopped down trees, flattened the ground, cleared rocks, all by hand, all in secret. Mihailović assigned an entire corps, the 1st Ravna Gora Corps, to provide security. Scouts watched for German patrols. Musulin established courier services to the scattered groups of airmen, updating them on progress and distributing funds for supplies. By early August, 250 American airmen were positioned within a 10-mile radius of the airstrip, ready for extraction. The Germans had no idea what was coming. The rescue begins, 3:15 to 4:05, August 9th, 1944, 3 a.m. The rumble of engines broke the silence. 6 C-47 transport planes appeared through the darkness, escorted by 30 P-38 and P-51 fighters. They landed on that crude dirt strip carved by Serbian hands. The Americans rushed aboard. No time to waste. As they prepared to leave, something unexpected happened. The airmen began taking off their boots, their flight jackets, stripping away anything they could give to the Serbs who had saved them. Most of the villagers had no proper footwear. They'd given everything to keep the Americans alive. The planes took off safely. The next morning, 6 more C-47s arrived, then 6 more after that. By August 10th, 272 airmen had been evacuated, 241 Americans, 6 British, 4 French, 9 Italians, and 12 Russians. But the mission wasn't over. The final count, 405 to 440. Operation Halyard continued through December 1944. More airmen, more rescues, more flights into enemy territory. September 17th, 20 more men from Kočeljeva. November 1st, 15 from Boljanic. December 27th, the final 20 airmen evacuated. The mission's final act, 600 pairs of boots delivered to the Serbian village.